My heartfelt namaskara and gratitude to all of you for arranging those good discussions on uh, our scriptural things and spiritual discussion, which we must do. Anybody can do, anybody should do. And but as in previous day, we also told everybody. Now also I am telling it beforehand itself that we will discuss the thing. Definitely, things are these things as it is being chosen. Things are little bit intricate, little bit intertwined, little bit tough terminological, little bit. It appears as it been said that many are asking the question what this paradox is. But this is a little bit different and difficult, definitely. But slowly we'll make it easy. And I will invite anybody to ask question also. Question answer I prefer most over monologue. But this thing we will discuss. Now, to begin with, the simple meaning of the sentence, statement that action in inaction and inaction in action. This is just a paradox. When Shankaracharya also wanted to decipher or give commentary on this type of statements found in Gita and many other places. So there also he started with this apparent enigma, how people reconcile this type of enigmatic thing, because karma, when it work, we do work and see work is done. We never see no work. Never will you see these things. And when we sit or don't do any work, then definitely no work is there. That is what is told. That is what is said. We generally say those things.
Has Maharaj lost his connection?
Looks like. I said it was at my end only. All right.
Are you going to reach out to Maharaj or?
Yeah, I will reach out. Yeah, just reaching out. Just 1 second.
Mm-hmm. He's back. Maharaj is back now.
Oh, is back?
Yeah.
Yeah, rigging to ho raha hai. But it's still frozen over here. I think he's No.
We can't hear actually.
Maharaj, we can't hear you, Maharaj.
Another login, yes. Pranam Maharaj, we lost you for a while. We cannot hear you. You may be in mute.
No. No, we cannot hear
Maharaj,
you.
you are mute. Maharaj, you are mute.
Mute.
Actually, yes. No, it was the glitch, which is quite natural. So see, we are doing karma, but no karma. In karma, there is no karma. See, the funny demonstration we got. But it is not the same. Now, in Gita and all other places, while dealing with the karma and other things, this is said, say by Krishna in many places. In Gita, Bhagavad Gita, it is said, and also in other places of Upanishads, scattered where it is said, Manaha amani bhavati, like so many types. Slowly you'll understand what is this. So Shankara also deluded. He starts with that paradoxical, understanding of art, that it cannot happen like that. It's just opposite thing as it's told like that. Now, Swamiji has mentioned these things in details, and he says whoever has achieved doing this, he is actually achieved the ideal of karma yoga. That means he is a perfect yogi. Now, what is that? Let me begin slowly. It is very logical, you know. It is nothing very terse. We have to see the logic. But before we go to logic, we have to get to know something about what our spiritual realizations, what are the final statements of spiritual realization. What is the final attainment? All the realized souls told the same thing. What Sri Ramakrishna says, when you go to the truth, all will speak in the same tone. He funnily used to say, all the foxes howl in the same tune. That is what he said. So, that is and we, as a traditional method of Indian knowledge system, we have three things in our hand always. Whether I'm correct or wrong, very difficult to understand. No, I'm correct or wrong, right or wrong. How to understand, how to make it by myself. That is difficult. People go to temple, this thing, that thing. So they try to guess where they are coordinate. We can make the coordinate ourselves. We can judge. There are three important pillars. All the three should say the same thing. Then only it is true. Otherwise, it is not true. And that is very important. What are those three? True means true makers, acid test of our knowledge, our realizations, whatever. First is my realization whatsoever. I am matching this thing whether true or untrue. No. My realization, I have to be very categorically pinpointing and correct about it. Now I have to relate with the saying of the Guru. Whether Guru says the same thing. Guru gives his green signal. It's correct. And whether it also said by Shastra. It should be mentioned by Shastra. So these three should be one. Then only we can come to know it is true. Because in many realizational states, we even don't know. So that is a huge thing. That is a great thing. We may not always come to know. That is a very peculiar thing. And it was seen, demonstrated by Thakur and other disciples, which is not that much described. We used to generally imagine one realized soul, then he becomes a lion and like that. We imagine things like that, but it doesn't happen like that. It happens, like Swamiji says, how realization takes place, as if a dew, morning dew, silently falls on the petals of a rose bud and it blooms. Like that realization happens. And whether it is true and not wrong or untrue, that is even ratified by Guru in many cases. And sometimes it's always self-explanatory, but still it is not always that simple actually. So we need three things to corroborate. It's a corroborative, final test. Now, these realizations, what I was telling in the beginning, we have to know some final statements of realization or statements about the reality or the truth of the universe, truth of our life, truth of what is all being done, truth of our karma, truth of our desire. What is the truth? Because if you find in our Upanishads, wonderful question being asked. This is a fantastic question because we always are questioning people. Question is most valued. Question is most invited. It is not dull people listening to something and doing. It's not a managerial instruction. It is not a corporate body. It is an awakening of everybody's intellect and perfection. So question is always invited. No question means nothing is going. You see in Upanishads, we'll see Tadavidhi pranipatena, with all reverence. Pranipat. Pariprashnena sevaya. You have to question. Question is one of the mandatory part of it. Now one fellow is questioning the teacher that kasminnu bhagava vijñāte sarvamidam vijñātam bhavati. It's a series of wonderful things comes how a man becomes perfected in in concentration, in perseverance. It's a wonderful thing. One by one it comes. Then it comes. By knowing what? I will know everything. Is there anything? I will know everything. So this question is emerging. Because small knowledge, whatever, now we are valuing, we are weighing against money, and we are simply like a beggar guys. We are going after money, and what money one gives, whatever things, by dress or elaichi or tea or cinnamon seed, we are like a mad, worthless Shudras. This is what our scripture says, Janmana Jayate Shudra. All who are born actually are Shudra. You have to know this. The Dharmashram is not that you born in a Brahmin family, you become Brahmin. It's not so. It is not never said in Shastras. Janmana Jayate Shudra. Then Samaskarat Vijantyate. By you give a knowledge. Suppose Gayatri, there is a Medha, infinite and universal Medha. You have to have that. Your body has come from rice, dal. So your mind, your intellect has come from somewhere. There is a source. And get enriched with that. That is what Gayatri is. So by Samaskara, Bijo, second birth, born it is Shudra. Bijo Uchyate. Then what? Vedapati Bhavet Vipraha. Who knows the final statements of the wonderful scientist of spirituality. If you know that, at least know by information, then you are Vipraha. Visheshana Prakashate. He is manifesting in a different way. His vision about life is all illumined. He goes through and through, he can see. He's not afraid anywhere. What will happen and this not. And he does not know where from fear is coming. After traveling half of the field, he's telling, am I correct or wrong? You should decide in the beginning itself. Or you have to take a good turn. So, Samaskarat, Vedavati Patam Bhavet Vipraha, then they says, Brahmajanati iti Brahmana. If you want to become Brahmana, you have to know. Now, Vedavati does not know Brahman. He has learned about Brahman. Na janati, shruyate kevalam. He's only listened and heard about Brahman. But he does not know what Brahman is. Brahma is. So that is the tradition. So we have to know the final truth before you understand this very intricate statement. It's a very long implicative statement. Final truth, what we call the Mahavakya. We have heard, no? Mahavakyas. They are the crest jewel of all the Vedas. Even in Prakirnas, our Shankaracharya also have told. Shlokardhena pravakshami yaduktam grantha kothibihi brahma satya jagan mithya jiva brahmaiva napara. I am half of the shloka I am taking. 1/4, half of the shloka to tell all what is being told in the whole Upanishads. There is why all these things? Why not one statement? We are passing through billions of argumentations and samaskaras of people. What could be the problems with us to understand? So it's all question and answer. Now what is that? Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya. Number 1. Brahma is Satya means what? I'm eating is Satya. That means Trikala Avadhita Satya. This truth will never go away. It will never go away. It will never become old. Suppose you love biryani. Now you are eating biryani 1 plate, 2nd plate, then 3rd plate, you'll vomit. Now tomorrow I'll say, I will take biryani. So tomorrow also kept. Then again, after 4th day, no biryani, hopeless. I don't like that biryani. Give me aloo sabji you give. So that beauty has came, it come to you, but it went away. We did not like that. So Ananta Trikala Badhito, there became obliterated or obstructed by time. What is truth now? It's not true tomorrow. It is Badhita. So it is not Satya. According to our definition of Satya, we don't want this type of Satya. I love today and it will be cheated tomorrow. No. That enough we have got that. The whole world is that. But what I want is, which is uninterrupted. That I want. Tasmanna Bhagava Vigyate Sarvamayam Vigyatam. I told maybe. So this type of question, it does not come from the first day of the school. It comes after a lot of contemplation, lot of, lot of, what do you call it, manana of the Jagat, the existential truth. Why do we at all do that? Is it just simply we do that? The reason of that, is death. Because death is there. Because everything will perish. Because I will perish if everything remains. Does not matter for me. Then what is the value of the day? Life. That made people question. Otherwise, there is no question necessary. Enough of biryani I will keep. But nothing like that. That makes the question. The first truth is, what is the 100% truth in life? There is no exception. Death. All of exceptions. Only death have no exception. So that is the truth, which does not give an exception. Second thing, if it being true, I have a limited time. So they become very careful. See, Sri Ramakrishna, he says, small life, use the life, use the life. Otherwise it will go. Once slips through your finger, you cannot do that. So it is the truth which is not obstructed by Trikala. Before also it was same, now also, tomorrow also, eternally. Trikala avadhita satya. That is only the satya. That's why in Sanskrit you will find there is a lot of other meanings of satya. Satyam cha ritam cha parvachane cha. You see, ritam is another satya. What is the ritam? I ate biryani. Sun, earth moves around the sun. These are the satya. Rhythm. It is not eternal. No, on the Sunday, sun will die, earth will die. One, it was not there once upon a time. It came. Though it is now present, but it is not Satya. So Satya is that. The Satya is that Mahavakyam. What is that? There is same meaning that what Shankara says, Jiva Brahma Eva. There is no difference. There is one in many integrated things. So why do call by two names? If they are all identical, why do you call by two names? So generally in our other scriptures, we don't find even two names. We always find Atman. Even Brahman is not uttered there. Not necessary. The water of an ocean, I take one cup, I tell cup of ocean and then full of ocean. That is a problematic thing. Same water. In water quality, the all are same, always identical. So Jiva and Brahma is actually Brahman only is there. This is a first conclusion. What is that? Brahman, it never dies, it is never born, it cannot be tainted. It is because it is only one. So by definition, it cannot have movement. Na? Karma means movement. Something done, something in action. How there can be action, which is one? So that can be, by definition, action is nullified. It cannot be. By definition. Suppose only one. Suppose you take, for example, Akasha, space. This is a, suppose Pratyaksham, Brahma. We have said in many places in our Upanishad it comes. Vayu, Tameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi, like that. It is statements are there. No, space, everything is in space. No, does space move? We don't know. We have no idea. We cannot imagine. Then moves where? There be another space where it moves. So we'll go by that without any end. Simply we'll argue. So it is just to understand, if it is all pervading, it cannot move. Where it will pervade? Because it is already all pervading. So similarly, Atman is without any action. So Atman, by its Ajara, Amara, etc. And that's why Thakur says that Karmunasha Nadi, he says, wonderfully, is in a wonderful way. There is a river named Karmunasha. Really, there is a name of river in Bengal, Karmunasha, which destroys karma. So if you take a dip, your karma is destroyed. People take it in literal sense, go on taking dips in the Karmunasha Nadi. It is never destroying karma. But the concept is wonderful. You will not find it anywhere. The conception is wonderful. That is there, is it really this concept is possible? My karma is destroyed forever. Now karma has two meanings. One is karma, krita karma, and karma phala. It is the most commonly used meanings. There are other meanings also. There are a lot of other karmas. We have divided karma in different way. Akarma, vikarma, and sukarma. Like that, so many things we have divided. In Gita, they says. But one thing, this is karma not possible in Atman, which is our real self. Now, where karma happens, we do karma whole day. Who does the karma? So, which are limited, they only can do karma. Who are limited. A ball can move because it is a small ball. Suppose I make the ball of the whole room becomes ball. The ball cannot move in the room. Nah? So, ball should be smaller than the room. Then only it can move here and there. So, it's a limited thing. Sasima. So, our body, mind, we say it, repeat, we can say it immediately, but what I am trying to slowly go, because you have to understand. If you don't understand, the next statement you may not understand properly. So karma, suppose manasika karma, sharirika karma, we do work now. So sharirika karma. How it is done? Sensoriums, panchendriya, jnanendriya and karmendriya, sensorium and motor organs. We see, hear, smell, taste, touch, etc. And then these are all receiving ends. We receive things from somewhere which is outside me, which is not me. And I have something in me, like hands, legs, etc. We do so many things. There is nothing more than this. Exhaustive list is this. Now, why do you do karma? Why? Suppose I am not hungry, I am not desiring anything, I don't want to listen anything, I don't want to smell anything, I don't want to taste anything, touch anything, I don't want to accomplish anything, go anywhere, then all the indriyas will just, it will lie down as they are. Like that we sleep. So indriyas are put to sleep. It does not do anything. Now your mind is seeing dreams. So mind is active. It is afraid. It is happy. So karma is happening in the mind. Even if I do karma in the body, where does it go? In mind. Suppose I am tasting biryani and I am feeling sleepy. Then should I test it? I will not test it. Though it is going to my tongue, I am not testing it. So ultimately, karma is done and received by mind. Now, this karma is done when I need to accomplish something, need of accomplishment, need. I need to do that. What is that need we call? We call that is desire. We need to desire to do something. Now, why should I desire? Because it is not with me. Then only I will desire. Na? Suppose I have a good cup in my house. I want a cup. Oh, I don't want any cup. The cup is there in me, in my room. I don't have any cup. Then only I will desire for a cup. So there should be an abhava. It's not so. Now you will see, suppose you earn 1,000 rupees, then 10,000 rupees, then 1 lakh rupees, then 10 lakh, then 1 crore, then 10 crore, then 100 crores. You earn, you thought by earning you will end up your karma, you will sleep. But it did not happen. Did not happen. You tried to sleep, you bought a very golden cot, nice fragrance, seashore, mountain cottage, and you went there and slept. Sleep is not coming. What is the problem? No problem. But should I start another startup? Should I do that? Should I eat this? What is the problem? No, I thought I did not have money. I had plenty of money. Then what will do? I don't know exactly what I should do. you are in still much more by the problem. Now, if I say sufficient of money and things are done, no, accomplished what you thought, you're being taught everywhere, this is your dream line of life, but you have achieved. Now sit quietly. You want to become quiet and happy now? No, actually happy means I will run whole life with a horse. Then take horse, 50 horse, you run 50 days. Then all back pain, head pain, then calpol. Then series of problems you are inviting that you thought karma will end. It did not end. Always you're trying, suppose you have really everything. In our Upanishad, how a human joy, they have nicely composed in Taittiriya. Samasta prithvi vityasya purna syat, ashisht yuva syat, ashishto dharishta valishtaha, sa eko manusha anandaha. One unit human joy. How they define a complete man, how much joy it can get from the world. The ultimate unit. It cannot be more than that. What is the definition? He is a young boy, completely fit and beautiful, and he has all the money. He owns the entire earth. Samasta prithvi vityasya purna syat. Then how is he? Ashishta, full of joy and hope. Dharishta, extremely strong in mind and body. And Valishta, he has a lot of power. And he can have a wonderful mind. He can give away all the money to others. He can rejoice. They say, so eko manusha anandaha. This is 1 unit of human joy. Then they turns the joy to Brahmananda Mimamsa, it comes. But what I'm telling is that being a human, you can have those things. Now ask that boy, is it okay? Now what next? You have accomplished the final thing. Now you have been taught motivational speeches and all. You have been attaining those things now. He will say no. Major problem is that this much I have attained, I have to live and die. That is equal misery, means the amount of joy I have accumulated, the similar amount of misery I have to suffer from, others need not. And secondly, even if I leave that, secondly, he is not being able to quiet in mind. Mind is restless. He's wanting, suppose money, what will do with money? Eat and consume and enjoy, no. So every moment he has different enjoyment things in his mind. Mind is disturbed. He had 10 rupees. He could have rationed whole life. I will take this much chawal and rice and dal and I will be happy. Nice and contented. He has 50 crores. Now chawal means biryani. Biryani means basmati chawal. This, that going on. Every day, every moment. Now what is the problem? Why is so? Because the answer Shastra gives, because inside there is something. Why? How could you measure that you want more? Means what is the abhava? What is the want of problem? There is something abhava. You know, I don't have, then only you want something. Na? Now, when you measure that I don't have, how do you compare it? That means one mind, back of the mind is there, I must have this, and then I don't have this, and then I want that. So Shankaracharya put this whole sequence in 3 words. He said, avidya kama karma. Avidya kama karma means what? Avidya means not knowledge, MA, BA, PhD, not that avidya. Avidya means not knowing that you are a Brahman already complete. Not knowing that you are full of joy. There is not a single sorrow in you, ever touched. Never touched also. It was never there, it will never be there. No, this type of identity as me is not known to me. That is a paradox. If I am that and I don't know that, how can it happen? How can it happen? It may happen. In a jocular sense, suppose all of us have backside. Have you seen your backside? Your eyes are not, do you have that? You didn't see it ever. So similarly, just an example, it is possible. Means it is, we can see, suppose, but we cannot see, you have to put eyes backside. This is a different issue. But it is the truth. The tremendous truth is this. Though we are Brahman, complete in by nature, we don't know. Now, there is a small problem in avidya that we know as I am so and so. I know that. So how can it be avidya? I know, I do, I think, I exactly do. Yes, you know as a body mind which was born one day, now big, now tomorrow it will die as an old, and will know everything. All are changing every day. It is born out of rice and dal and chapati and soybeans. And you think I am so and so and so. Though actually they are soybean and lump of rice. But you think I am so and so. There is a knowledge. It's not the true knowledge. Because otherwise, how can it be that you are a rice? Suppose you are the body. Then you yesterday you were in the paddy field of America. And the dal was from China. Now who are you now today? There is a dal in your ear, eye, and one rice in another eye. One from China, one from America. Then what is the problem? Are you identifying as I'm from China? Not so. If you are the mass of the body, you cannot identify nothing. If I do an isotope study of things you are consuming, you'll see 50 country isotopes are there in the whole body. And it is changing tomorrow. If it is changing, then how does you? You cannot be. Do you think I'm changing? Do you think I don't change? Though the body always change, we think I'm never changing. Thoda sa buddha ho gaya, I'm little being old, then I'm some crying, no. I should become same as I was in class 9. Let us become plastic surgery, plus 9. So I have a memory also. Now there are many other proofs. My now question is, this desire of avidya means I don't know who am I, but I know something I am. Now, if I know, then how it can be avidya? So avidya by definition is not knowing as you actually are. That is avidya. You know something that is wrong. Suppose we give an example. You see a snake in a rope. You definitely see a snake. And you are afraid. You run away from the snake. And you tell, I was saved. You know, one big snake. I was so happy and lucky. Though some cut and injuries are there, but I was saved. It is true that you are saved, provided the snake was true. Snake was not true. There is no question of saving yourself. So you thought you were saved. So this is called that avidya. It is, you thought it is there. And you acted accordingly. But when you came to know no snake, then you slap yourself. What a hopeless fool. I fell down. I thought I am a great intelligent guy. It was complete. It was all intelligent. Had snake been there, you were running away and getting saved is okay. But it was totally false. That is the realizational truth what India has given us. You think your body, mind, etc. By any logic, you cannot be that. Now, Shankara says that then why you are desiring? So if you don't desire, you will not do karma. There must be some desire. Necessity. Now, how necessity will come? If you don't have that, abhava, then you will desire, na? Then how abhava? It is never ending. I told you, whatever wealth you accumulate, whatever, it is never ending. That abhava is never ending. Because by nature, you are infinite. So infinite things cannot be supplied by finite things. That's why whatever finite amount you accumulate, it can never give you joy. So that was experimented in our lot of smritis, lot of stories of Mahabharata, Ramayana, these, that. There are a lot of stories come. Many rishis tried to fulfill with thousands of years of living and enjoyment. They found nothing happens. It's all old story. Now, because avidya means two things I told you. One is I am not knowing I am Brahman. Simultaneously I am knowing I am so and so, which is wrong. These two things happen together. So these two things constructs avidya. So there is a positivity. I know something which is wrong. Then, because it is wrong and finite, my desire never ends. My desire, because I am infinite in nature. I am never getting infinite pleasure, infinite security, infinite abhaya. Not getting. So, I am doing work. As if by doing work, I will do that. Even if you don't do, the indriyas and all, they are by nature chanchala. Chanchala means what? Suppose you had a nose, this much small when you're a boy, then it become big. So it is having its own growth. Your ear is own growing. Your hairs are all turning gray or falling down. Whatever happening is by nature. You cannot do anything about it. They are all having its own karma, own actions. Because jayate, that's shadadikar we say, jayate asti, vardhate, viparinamate, avakshyate. These are all different stages of our birth we say. Now come to the point that in Gita says what? Karmani akarmana yah pashyet, akarmani cha karma yah, sabuddhiman manusyeshu sayuktaha krishna karma kreit. Who sees that in karma, he sees in action, in limitations. Actions means limitations. He says, he sees the limitless. He says the complete silence, non-action. And what you say, that it is non-action completely, means a man is absorbed, suppose, in Brahman. You say, oh, it's dead like that. It's simply sitting still. No action. No. There is a finest, most action is going on. Most quickest action is going on. That is the real vision of truth. When you see the truth, you will see this, not the other way. You see, in other place, Gita says a similar thing. Yanisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagarti sanjani. Yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato muni. See, whenever that, which is night for all, night means sleeping, going to sort of non-movement, non-work. In our terms, non-work. Yanisa sarva bhutan. Everybody is sleeping phase. Tasyam jagarti sanjani. Means getting an alarm clock and sitting quiet. No, it is not exactly that. Then, yasyam jagrati bhutani. Now you are awake in the morning, doing work, all are awake. Sa nisha pasyato. Were the Muni, were the real Manana, Utkrishta, all the greatest of the Mananakara, were the Rishis. They see what? Sa nisha. They see it's all dark like nisha. They are not working. Means he has seen the right thing. Now, what is the paradox? Let me cut out in a small way. We being Atman in our very nature, always. And it was not born. It will not die. It is always. We call it pratibodha bhiditam matam. We, every moment, like the light is falling on us. Every millisecond light is falling. If you say, millisecond light is falling. So it was photons. If I put off the light, immediately, light is gone. So it was falling. And how it was falling? Every millisecond it was falling. So similarly, in all our bodha, all our knowledge, all our thing, what happens? Pratibodha viditam. Who is actually knowing the thing? Knowing it is the Atman. Pratibodha. Now, we are not aware. That is the problem. We are not aware. That's why what happening? We think ourselves as body, mind. We do, and we look outside. We don't see inside. We don't see that who is doing. Suppose I just now told, mind is enjoying. If mind sleeps, no Indriya will give you any news. Suppose you are seeing something and thinking something else. Now somebody goes in front of you and you are just seeing like that. Eye is open, light is falling in the retina, the things are going in the cortex, in the visual cortex, everything is happening what should happen in physiology. But if I ask, have you seen him? Oh, no, I have not. I guess. Then why did you not see? Then you see, you generally we say, oh, I was unmindful. It comes in our Shastra. Ananya mana bhuma. I was unmindful. What does it mean? Mind was somewhere else? No, because the mind was not attached to the visual cortex. We can say this. Because the electricity went, the visual impulse went up to the highest point where our science has yet gone to see things happening, the occipital cortex, the visual cortex. It happened, but you did not register. So who registers? Your mind registers. Like everywhere, sound, all the things. Now, movement, mind should say. If I'm just moving my hand will simply walk and move or what? I am doing so many movements, but I'm not even aware of. Suppose, why did you do that? Oh, I was not doing. But you are only doing. So our unconscious mind, not that all conscious mind does. Unconscious minds are to do everything. We're moving our hand. Suppose Jhuma madam is sitting like this. Now, who told her to sit like that? Because she thought, but unwantedly, unwittingly, she just left that. And there are at least some 2,000 muscles are managing her to be like that. And so much work is happening. We are not aware. But I am doing it. So mind should allow. So mind is doing, number one. Number two. Number three. So far is so good. We are all doing that every day. Now, if I come to know that this mind will sleep, this body will sleep, this intellect will sleep, and I will stay. If I go to that realization, then I will see not only that I am the same thing, another thing happens. What is that thing? We find in Upanishad, it is saying, Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati, means not only that, I am the truth alone. It is not a dark thing. There is a problem. We having indriyas, we see Brahman as darkest thing. We even cannot imagine, even by imagination we cannot create what Brahman is. So intricate. They say that is truth. And what we see every day, that is not true. How the problem? So, such a big contrast and we cannot see. Now just think of one small practical thing. Suppose you die. Can you see? We have so much stories. He died, then he saw himself, then he came to eat. Hopeless things are coming, all useless stories. Seeing, looking, smelling happens through body. If you don't have a body, then you are speaking neurology. What nervous system is there in ghosts that they will take and all these things? That's a different story. It is not false, but that is different, not as we understand. So we will lose all these indriyas one day. Now that is the point. We lose. Now what remains? Now in Raj Yoga and all, they try to do it in this way. Suppose you don't have visionary indriya. What will be your status? There are a lot of people, guys, taking birth without any vision. They have a world. They don't die. They live. They interact. They pass exams. They become managers. Everything what they do. So suppose you have not 2 indriyas you don't have. Now 3 you don't have. You are still there. Now slowly, that is one type of meditation they do. If all the indriyas you shut down, then we see indriyas things in the mind. They dream. You saw a rose. The rose remains. Now rose is a visual impulse. If you have an eye, you have a rose seen, and then you remember the rose. Eyes are gone, but the remembrance of the rose comes. That is a sukshma, antarindriya. Now, if you don't have that also, the vision thing itself does not happen to you. That's a very important thing. It may happen. No thing is very not difficult. There are people born blind. So how they perceive the world? They have a perception. Don't say they don't perceive. They're half perceived. No. There are a lot of fishes. They're much more indriyas than human have. So they have a different world to perceive. There is nothing compassion, these passion, that will not work out. These are the truth. Now, if I will lose, suppose I become old, somebody loses eyesight, but they live with a memory. But the yogi says, if you remove all the indriyas, the impulse and the indriya itself, the antarindriya. Without having indriya, when you go on churning indriyas inside, there's the antarindriya, it is happening without any external impulse. Now, if they also die, what will happen? So slowly, Raj yogis can take you to the state of Brahmanubhuti. They can take you. What remains, Thakur says, you peel off one by one. They say, you say, God's Leela, and we are dying. Thakur was as simple, as sharp as anything. I've never seen such a sharp answer. Immediately says, are you suffering? Somebody, he says, Thakur's Leela, God's Leela, everything happened. Then one person said, you are telling Leela, play, but we are suffering, na? Disease and all. Then Thakur says, is it so? Tell me, who are you? Who is suffering? Who are you? Body that is full of flesh and bones and filth. Mind that dies. Then he says, if you do the real vichara, without, you need not go to any place to learn. It is as simple as that. That you will know. He says, like peeling of onions. One by one you scale, you peel off. There are scales inside. Body, mind is there. So if you peel off, what remains? He says, nothing remains. What you thought as myself, nothing is remaining to call as myself. Then who is there? The point is, who remains, he is the light. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvai. I told the statement. Bhantam means because of you shining. Tameva bhantam. Tameva means you or me, same thing. Anubhati sarvam. Because of you or me shining as my real nature, all the feelings are happening. Anubhati sarvam. Then he says, tasya bhasa sarvavidam vibhati, means by your effulgence. That is not light like tube light. If I close my eyes, there is all darkness. We call that is dark. No, that is what he said. Sa nisha pashyato mune. The same thing. Which you feel dark, that is the entrance of light. Because when you sleep, that is there in Upanishad, in details. When you sleep in the darkness, by which light you see the dream. By which light you see that I have not dreamt. Who is the light? That is the knowledge of yours. You are the knowing and enjoying. That is your anubhuti. So that is called the light. Because by that light only we perceive the world. As I said, no, you are very sad in mind. So there is a very good food in front of you. Biryani, all are eating nicely, so wonderful. You are sad. Hopeless food I don't like. Remove it. Now the smell is going, you have liking and everything. So it is all become meaningless to you. Dark. Meaningless. So tameva bhantam anubhati. So it is coming through mind and body and its status and all. So it is telling what it is. Not by per se it has something. There is nothing. So there is another proof that actually there is no world at all. It's just something which making you feel as if this. Because of the indriyas. If you slowly judge, you need not go to temples. You need not believe on Shiva, Narayana, Christ, Muhammad. You need not do anything. Just analyze yourself. You will find these things are all false. So Thakur says simply, an illiterate Brahmin, if we say Kali Pujari, nothing like that. He was the sharpest man ever born. Immediately he replied, no prejudice, no ding dang, you become, trained by Shastras, read by Vyakarana, nothing. He said, you are suffering, tell me who is suffering. If you are intelligent, if you are ready to argue, tell me who is suffering. So nobody is suffering. It's another paradox. So, karmani akarma. When I do karma, I know my real nature is not doing karma any time. Never. It is so separate from all my indriyas and man and buddhi. Only they are doing karma. Like you are a boss. Suppose you are working as a small clerk. Now you are doing karma and giving gali to your boss all day. Hopeless fellow and all these things. Now you are doing little bit higher. You are trying for a promotion, this, that. Now you become a top boss of the company. So you never do any karma. You know what karma is, what this thing is, everything you know. But you are not doing any karma. Just for example, I'm telling. So, though there are a lot of karma going on in your company, you are not doing anything. Now, suppose all the workers are sleeping in the Sunday. It's all closed. They are feeling, I'm happy, there is no karma, I should sleep, forget office, hopeless thing, go to seaside and all these things and eat food and enjoy. But with the CEO, he is doing karma. What happened to those things? Because they are not doing anything, but it is his. Means, when you see a realized soul is sitting like that, nothing, no interaction, no connection with the world, nothing is doing. Is liberated. World has no meaning to him. Now how is doing? I'm also sitting. It is not happening to me. What is happening to him? That means he is doing no karma. No. He says no. He is in the highest awareness of who is he. Now there is a doubt in interpretations and all things. People say in state of Brahma Jnana, right? But in state of Brahma Jnana, there is no world. There is not you. So there is no judgment also. But when they come down from that knowledge, then they see in Shankara's one poem, one stotra is there. Drishamana Nagari. He says, after the realization, you see the whole world is like a mirage. It's like a mirage. It does not affect me. In Janaka, when he was said that, you see, you are a king and Mithila is burning. Burn has been said, put fire. Then there is a very common statement. He says, because Janaka already realized who is he? He is really soul. Janaka. He says, Mithilayam pradiptayam namidajyati. The Mithila is burning. The Mithila, my kingdom, my ness, my thing, everything is burning. Maybe I am also be burning. But namidajyati kinchana. I am not actually burning. So, you see that Janaka is a lazy fellow. He is not moving at all, simply sitting. He is a king. He should come and put water. He says, no. We are in karma, but he is in akarma. So, the person who sees the akarma, the original self, which has no karma, no movement, no action, and simultaneously, in all disturbances, he sees the Atman, and in attaining Atman, leaving the body, mind, attachment, everything, it's a reverse karma, tremendously hard karma. That is what is called sadhana. You abnegate your vision, everything, abnegate yourself, abnegate your mind, and you come to know what you are. That is the hardest of the karmas, hardest of the struggles. He says, the controlling mind is so tough. In Gita it comes in many slokas. So tough. And how to control it is very difficult to control. They say it's much more, it is the hardest warrior's work to control the inner work, the extroversion, the external going out of the, we think through eye, through ear, we are only going to extend. There is something outside. We don't see who's outside. We don't see who is actually seeing, enjoying. We never see him. He's sitting back. But we are always going outside. This is another typical problem of the whole creation. So he sees that while he is attaining to Brahman or anything, highest state, not in the Brahmagyan state of Brahmatmaikya. When he has already attained the Brahmagyana, he has a smrti, a Brahmadhrubha smrti has got, and through that he sees all are karma, but he sees actually it is all silent. So in karma he says akarma, it is not necessary. Only body mind is moving, nothing is moving actually. Thakur saw Akshay passed away, his nephew passed away. So he said inside two are there. One is God who can see through and through, one is human being. So both he is telling. When Akshay passed away, he saw all are weeping. And Akshay is dead, body is lying down. But Thakur saw that one, that nothing dies. They are doing karma. As if he is dead, then weeping, everything is true. But he saw that Akshat is not dead. Only a sword has been brought out from its sheath. The sheath is there lying down, sword has been brought out. Now anybody will cry? Nobody will cry. Nobody will cry. A baby may cry that, oh, my doll is broken. Then all the big guys will, Are kya broken? Are mar gaya, babu, kya hua? So they will make a jokes of it because they can fix it. So if it is brought out, then a baby is crying. So Thakur saw they are crying like babies. He said, I laughed and laughed, seeing the terrible stupidity that it is not dead. So their karma of crying and dying and all this thing is meaningless for a person who has seen the ultimate truth. After 2 days, Sri Ramakrishna took the vision of a common man. How common man sees? See, only Avatara, he has done both demonstrations. Others have not done it before. Only God, how it happens, you suffer, like that was there. Then Buddha came, don't suffer like that. There are a lot of, like cycles goes on. But Sri Ramakrishna says, after 2 days, he had the mind of a common man. As if godliness, he has kept side. He said, suddenly I remembered Akshay. And I loved him so much. Inside my heart, it was like wrenching of a cloth. And I wept a lot for Akshay. And then I said, see, that boy is not my son. And I am so much in misery and sorry. I'm weeping. Then he gives a wonderful statement. But the samsaris who loses their child and all, how much they are actually suffering. He was full of sympathy. He's a fast avatara who is equally demonstrating the truth of human ignorance and truth of human state of knowledge. The same person, when have knowledge, he will laugh. But he cannot laugh when he cannot see the truth. So, akarmani karma yaf pashet, it is the state of highest karma yoga. Then he can really see through and through, and he can stay unperturbed, undisturbed. And that is the highest. Now, what is that? You attain to Brahmagyana, you see this complete silence in all karma. And when you come down, you see that all disturbances, all karma actually does not exist. They are just mere happening. They are mere happening. So, Savid Buddhiman Manusha, he is the highest man of wisdom. There is a highest wisdom. Karmani akarma, in work, non-doing. Who sees? Who has seen Brahman. Then, karmani, akarmani cha karma. As if I am sitting, the same state, in two side way it is told. In akarmana, when there is no karma happening, I am seeing karma means it is constantly ignited. It is called sattva guna. Tamaguna is like fire is there, full of ash. Only heat is there. No flame, nothing. Rajaguna is what? It's fire and dhuma. The blackness. You do a lot of work and there are a lot of papa punya. Everything will happen. Quite natural. In Sattaguna, we call it white fire. Fire without any smoke. Like white fire, fireball, white. Platinum fire, suppose. It is silently, if you put on small mosquito, immediately it will burn. So always it is burning. Silently it is burning. So that is the state of Sattva-guna. So we see akarmani in karma, in akarma, state of non-activity, there is a lot of activity going on. One important sloka comes in, I think, Kathopanishad. There the thing is nicely told that paranchikhani vatrinat swayambhu tasmat parang pashyati nantaratman kaschid dhiraha prattagatmanam aikshat abritta chakshuhu etc. Means the Shastrakar also is in a very dilemma. Why did it happen so? He says the creator is the problematic fellow. He simply says, in Kathopanishad it comes, Paranchi Khani, all indriyas, that creator has produced Paranchi Khani, Vyatrinat, by jealousy. Vyatrinat Swayambhu, who is the creator, by jealousy, he has created what? Paranchi, Parang. Parang means outside. Anchati means going. It goes outside. Paranchi, Khani means Kha means this hearing indriyas, one space is there. Khani means all indriyas. Paranchi Khani, Vyatrinat Swayambhu. Tasmat, that is why we see outside. We are bound to see. Parang Pashyati, na antaratman. We don't see the antaratma. Na antaratman. Then he says, Kashtid dhira. There are few people who had intel dhira. Dhi, who has dhi, not buddhi. Dhi is spiritual intelligence. Kashtid dhira. Prattagatmanam aikshat. I have my own indestructible Atman. That is said in our scriptures. Prattagatmanam aikshat, by desiring to see the own Atman. Abritta chakshuhu means he covers all the indriyas. You see, Turiyananda is to say, when you meditate, write in your mind that all the doors are closed. I don't see. Now, if I don't see, if I close, I will see inside Mickey Mouse is dancing. So that is not right. If I close my nose, the biryani is cooking, I am hungry. That should not happen. So indriyas has to be closed. We can do that. How? Because naturally we do every day in sleep. So that power is there in us. Now, if I can intentionally put my indriyas to sleep, that is yoga. Now, how that you have to do? You have to do tremendous counter way we have to produce. Because always it is coming. Your mind is always attached. Now, how can I detach? Because you detach every day. Suppose you are writing a letter, one crow is doing ka outside. Now, you are not listening to at all. Suppose you are reading for an exam. A lot of cinema songs are happening in the street. You are not listening. But you have withdrawn the mind by force. Now we have to do it what? By intention. By mere intention we have to. Now in life of Turiyananda we find when the carbuncle was being operated. So when the surgeon thought he's a weak yogi, so he wanted to put the scalpel on the big boil. Now Turiyananda shouted like that, why you are doing? Then wait. Like yesterday, I will take away my mind, because first day he took his mind from the carbuncle. So he said, wait, you thought every day I do that. You have to tell, na? Then he told, I will do. Wait. After 2 minutes, now you do. He has taken the whole mind from carbuncle. Without anesthesia, he did the operation. This is just a demonstration that we can do that. Simple ability demonstration is, we do it every day. You sleep, 50 mosquitoes will bite you, nothing will happen. You will not wake up. So we have the mind has already gone, but it has gone naturally, not by your force. So there are 3 types of going, Bhutashan used to say, 3 types of this type of going to the to our real nature. We take off the mind from body-mind. One is naturally by sleep and deep sleep. Another is by disease. You are in comatose state, so you don't feel anything. And third is by sadhana. You can take away yourself. Then you're the master of those things. That is why Sabuddhiman Munisheshu, he is the most wise person. He can control the whole thing. Secondly, Shayuktaha, he is always attached to the Atman. And Kritsna Karma Krit means he has as if done all the karma. He has no karma to do because he has no desire. Immediately he can go to the eternal peace. So this state of highest karma. But these are all tricky areas because to know that, suppose karma, karmani akarma, action in inaction. Now I have to know what action is. I have told you avidya karma karma. When I don't know I see myself as Brahman, I know I am X and Y. That is avidya, primordial problem. And all the problems comes from that. If that is solved, everything is solved. So avidya is because it is there, then I think I am limited. I am X and Y. So kama, desire of, no, I need that. I don't have that. Huh? Now, nowadays, boys suddenly thought, I don't have a earring. I will put. Nowadays, but we had in India, in a Krishna, the description comes. Karne kundala, so many things comes. So he wants to have a kundala. He did not have the kundala. So suddenly he desires, I should have that. So desire comes, I'm not that now. So similarly, there is an end to it because actually by nature he is infinite. So his desire can never be fulfilled by giving anything. No one can ever fulfill by giving any amount of things he wants. He will be in misery only, and paradoxically, he will accumulate more and more misery because he has to leave thing and go away. So that is avidya kama, and kama will lead to karma. So all the karma I am whole day doing by nature of the body mind, then my own desire. And the desires also goes into subconscious and make me move like that. These are all one yogi can easily perceive, because that's why yogi can cure himself of disease, because he can go to the subconscious mind and he can cure everything because it is accumulating there only. Because if there is no comment from the mind, the body can won't move like that. It is not possible. Science is yet to prove. He thinks, no, neurology thinks they only make things. I have drugs to control. They used to think before also, but no problem. Why I'm telling. If you read Raja Yoga, Thakur did not promote those things because that will deviate us from God. But if you come to the real discovery of the Raja Yoga, what happened in India, it is not even simple those things. Suppose you want to enjoy, you don't want to go to Brahman, that you can control your body mind in such a way, you can go on changing your body anytime you can. Yajati did that. Suppose a young boy have died, you are 80 years old, 16-year-old boy died, you can enter the body and become a 16-year-old and again live for another 80 years. Then again, you can do that. That was demonstrated in our India thousands of times. It's not only Shankaracharya did that. Anybody can do that. So you can change the body. So you're such a big master of body, you can simply go. You know who you are. Still that Brahma Jnana will not come. Because you don't know you as a Brahman. So there are higher states. So what I'm telling is, these things are not simple conjecture or taking Atman, something like that. These things were demonstrated in different stages. And conclusions are still marvelous. One Yajati's thing comes, Yajati, it comes in our Purana. There is also very oft quoted sloka. Yajati is a big yogi, big king, and he had many sons. All of them were realized souls. But he wanted to enjoy and he wanted to know. People say there is nothing to enjoy, become old. Is it like that? If I can prolong my life, I can enjoy. Let me see what happens. I want to enjoy. It is not dying at all. I want to enjoy many things. So I can increase my life. So there was Vidya. He requested his son. See, son and father, so much respect. They're all enlightened son. I want to enjoy your youth. Give me your youth. So that also can be given. So all the sons gave their youth and they died. So like that, Yayati lived for 1,000 years. It is not simple talk. It used to be demonstrated. The history is marvelous. You can take one piece, you will be splendid. The whole world will simply keep mum, like a guinea pig. They have no words. They're 400, 500, maybe 2,000 years old. Ours is 14,000 minimum years old civilization. Now they're digging up and telling it's mine, mine, mine. Nothing is there. It's only Hindu was there. So, after 1,000 years, Yayati said, one wonderful shloka comes. He was asked, now after 1,000, now what is your experience? Tell me. You have lived a life of all enjoyment and endless. Nobody could do that. What is you are the right person to say. What is the nature? What did you conclude? He says, Najatu kaman kamanam ubhogena shamyate havisha krishnavartmaiva bhuyo eva bhivartate. He says about the desire. Avidya kama karma. So kama, that desire, what is nature? Does it become quiet? I'm happy. I have all desires fulfilled, and by fulfilling I am happy. Or I need to go on fulfilling things and it will go on coming. What is the nature? Or it is fulfilled like our pot is fulfilled by water. Is it like that? That was the important. See, such an important question he is demonstrating in his life by sacrificing his children. Just to give a living example of the thing. Question is, by enjoying all enjoyments, are you happy and there is nothing needed? Or by that much of enjoyment, your desire of enjoyment does not die. You are unhappy. That is the main question. We are given to teach that you will become happy, happy. Raja Rani Shukhe Bas korite lagilo. All the kings and queens are happy, be happy, nice. Hopeless statement, hopeless delusion. Then this statement comes, Najatu kaman kamanam upabhogena sham. He said, you see, my dear, the desires is never fulfilled by the fulfillment of desires. Just the question. Najatu kaman kamanam upabhogena shamyate. They are not fulfilled. They are never silenced. What happens? It's a tremendous thing, he says. Havisha krishnavartmaiva bhuyo ema bhivardhate. It is something like that, you want to quench the fire, extinguish the fire by putting ghee in it, the clarified butter in it. Now what happens? It does not quench, number one. It goes on increasing. Number two, number three is there. Krishnavartmaiva not only gives fire of tremendous height, it gives too much of black smoke. The karma phala, the suffering, collateral things, we call collateral damage. I eat biryani, I used to eat 2 paisa. I used to go to a shop and take some dal and rice and give the plate nice. I become rich. So I have a silver cup, golden spoon, a diamond this thing. Then I have biryani brought from rice from Arab, Jafran from Kashmir. So I make a biryani, 50 chefs. I have to pay them every day. Now by so much bartan, kaun majega usko? Oh, so who will wash my, this much of cups and plates I need. So it is becoming complicated and complicated and complicated. So Krishna Vartmaiva. You eat more, you have BP, you have 50 medicines, no problem. The best doctor of the world will treat you. You have tremendous cholesterol, kidneys damaging. Every day, some 1 lakh rupee injection. Krishna Vartmaiva. These are all Krishna Vartmaiva. You enjoyed nothing. We are suffering more than you. So, the more the fire, the more the suffering. So, this is called wisdom. That is why Sabuddhiman Manusheshu. All, amongst all people, he is the wise. We never call intelligent. Say wise. Wisdom is not distributed in universities. It is something, and our always was place of wisdom. If you read, India is a place of wisdom, where all intelligence come and bow down. All tricks and trickeries comes and bow down. And they say, trickery did not work. And we say, this wisdom is eternal, it will work. So that is why India is so great. Now, this is a very intricate thing, and it is how it really happens. We have seen no Arab Brahmins. They are like simply as if sitting like a potato in a couch. We used to think like that. Is it that a Brahmagyani? Then when you ask a question, you'll be lashed as if suddenly a fire is burning you. So that is the behavior of Brahmagyani. So we see akarma, but he's in the highest state of awareness. And he sees our karma as a dead night. It is nothing. He's not doing anything actually. Because it is all body, mind and things, or this ajnana is doing. His jnana avastha. His Thakur is to repeat it, always see these things. Pratyaksha, it was a vision, pratyaksha for Sri Ramakrishna. He used to say, I saw that in that state, I saw everything is Brahman. So one lady of low birth and low work came to me. Everybody hates her. I did pranam. So he sees both the things together. That is another difficulty. So he says, I saw complete Brahmanism. That's why he did pranam. It is not a joke. He's not making drama. But simultaneously he knows how his ajnana body, his false notion, his false identity is a false and it is being defamed. Okay, but inside is full Brahman. Whoever he is, it's always full. There is not a single partiality in Brahman. It's all are equally, absolutely clean. And more importantly, there is no connection between your body-mind complex and Atman. No problem of body-mind can make any problem to your Atman. Atman is ever pure. You need not make it pure. What you need to make pure, it will again become impure. And it was impure someday. That's why you have to make pure. So which was impure someday and become impure, that can never become pure. So purity in body-mind is a false notion. It may help you to think purity. But blood is impure, it's always pure. Bacteria is impure, it's always pure. The carbuncle is impure, it's always pure. It should happen like that. The purest chemistry in the nature. But these are changes. But real purity is our nature. It is absolutely different. Like one small example, I will end it because it's very interesting. Advaita is so interesting. Like you are seeing a movie, and previous days, now also in a screen there will be projection and movie will be created. Now you are seeing that in a storm, a small baby is dying and weeping, all are weeping. And storm and storm. They say that the screen is wet or what? Screen is not wet. Because of the screen you are seeing everything. But screen is not moving at all. It is neither crying nor wet nor sunny nor dry. But screen is there. Suppose no screen. Can you see the movie? No. Screen is absolutely necessary. So similarly, Atman, the light is always necessary. But Thakur says in a very simple, nice way, there is a light. It is pure. Now, if you are doing some forging document, you are making sin. No problem with the light. I am reading Bhagavata, the same light. So, light is same. What you are doing is your choice. Light is always pure. It never becomes impure. Similarly, our nature is always pure. Whoever you are, whatever you have done, and the whole endeavor of the Shastra is to take everybody from where he is, in sin or bad state, depression, rich, happy, unhappy, dying, living, take up to make them know that actually you are this. And other things is always under vikara. Happiness is as good as misery. They all together exist. But what is the happiness of Atman? We call Satchit Ananda. That is not this happiness. It's a different happiness. So that's why Thakur told three Anandas, Vishayananda, Bhajanananda, and Brahmananda. Though it appears different, but all are different, not same. So at the end of the day, we come to know that once we come to realize our real self, then only we can see absolute silence in the turbidity of the world. And again, when all people are turbid and making noise and everything, we can absolutely go to pure silence where I am never affected by anything. The same thing. So because it's a very tough subject, I took a lot of time. Almost 1.5 hours is gone. Now, if any question smaller, we can answer, because now it's night time. I need not rush anywhere. I can answer a few questions if there is question.
Any questions, anybody? Maharaj, I have one question.
Please.
You just and towards the end only you mentioned about how the body and mind complex. They are impure and they are pure, but they have no connect
You
with
can
the
bring the
Atman.
mic little closer. You can bring the mic little closer.
Oh, acha. Now can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the body mind is separate totally from the Atman. Huh? So the purity and the impurity of the body mind does not impact the Atman in any way. Excellent. But it is through the mind only that we can reach the Atman, isn't it?
Correct.
So we
What is the question?
cannot ignore the mind.
No, what is the question?
But the question is then how, when we have to, you somewhere I felt that you said that the purity or the impurity of the mind, it does not, should not impact or should not affect. But so don't we need to have a very pure mind to reach the Atman?
Right. There is another funny part. Wonderful part actually. Manasa eva aptabyam. This final, it is through the mind only. It is through the, because there is no other instrument. It is through the intellect only we have to get. Then again, it says, Yan manasana manute, which mind can never think. Definitely. Now, what is the reconciling point? Reconciling point are two. They're a very, very important point. It was not told, it was told in different way, not told so clearly as told by Thakur Swami. Thakur has a tremendous statement. Maybe the whole spiritual world was waiting for thousands of years to know this. But he simply talked like a slip of his, casual and simple and wonderful. He says, the pure mind, the pure intellect and pure Atman are same, one and same. He was talking to a Pandit. He said, but mind has to be destroyed. No. One objection he raised in gospel. Sri Ramakrishna says, the pure mind, the pure intellect, and the soul are the same and same. Then he says, without doing, you cannot understand this. You must do this. Then you will know this truth. And actually it is so. The mind is actually a state through which we call the Maya starts acting. Swamiji in his Gyan Yoga, he says the mind is Maya. Now the Maya is removed, the mind substance, what about the Adhikarana? If there is Adhikarana, we cannot think something happening without Adhikarana. So the pure mind which was having the Maya is actually Atman or Brahman, because nothing else remains other than Atman. There is nothing else. Everything is that. What to speak of mind and intellect? Thakur saw in Vijnani state everything. Pillars, such a description we never get in any scripture. Pillars, the small utensils of puja, the threshold of the door, everything is Chaitanya. In such an intricate details, we have poetic details. the intricate, realistic details. Not only Sri Ramakrishna, when he touched Narendra for the first time as the highest man of yoga, what the description Narendra gave. This door, this cloth, this cottage, this room is whirling and vanishing to nothing. Detailed description. It is nothing mysterious, some poetry, we have write something, nothing like that. This is one thing. Purification of mind. The first thing I have completed. Second part of the question is very interesting, still more interesting. Now, how the mind is pure? Question is that how the mind is pure. There are a lot of discussion was impurity, it is desire, how desire will go, it is avidya, and avidya, how to destroy. Then we go on dwelling in the same path. But it is wonderfully indicated by Thakur and Swamiji. If you go to the scriptural support, there is one sloka. It is said, Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho. Mind is the only reason for moksha and bandhana. There is no bandhana in air or blood or something, janma and kundalini, nothing bandhana, not knowing, nowhere it is. Mind. What is the remedy? Come to Swamiji. He says, Thakur also says the same thing. Je mukta mukta bole shei mukta hoy, je baddha bole shei baddha hoy. Who says I am baddha? You see, can you explain? Shastra says this, so I am baddha, so therefore I am baddha, hence I am baddha. So he is going on coming to the same pond to prove that I am baddha. The remedy is just different. He is telling, tell the opposite. He is to say, no, lot things Swamiji says. Give example of Madalasa. From the childhood and the cradle to the babies, he is to say, Tat Tamasi Niranjana, all became Brahmajnanis. We are polluting people. He says the same thing in other places also. In education, he is telling, from childhood he learns, I am a donkey. I have no brain at all. And at the end of the 18 years of age, he becomes really a donkey. He believes he is a donkey. So he has a lot of emphasis in childhood education, parenting. No parent to call you, warning itself on mobile phone. You become engineer and doctor, he cannot speak. Poisoning started and is gone. And it is proved in our pediatric physiology and psychology. By 3 years, he is filled up with any idea. He will never accept any other whole life. And you see, we had Gurukula system. Child, you give him the right thing. Bring it out from all home setups. Be king or beggar. And teach him ethics, morality, life, routine, discipline. Then only we will learn. So we have forgot everything. We are completely losing the entire human race. The human development is gone because of that. Manava Manushyanam. Learn, teach. Swamiji says, always says, what is that? Aham Brahmasmi. Why should I say? So people think it's chanting. Oh, Burbabu is chanting. No chanting business. This is thinking who you are. No, Maharaj, I cannot be. But that is what is said. If you really believe in your guru and teacher, he is telling truth. He is telling truth. With all opposition, you think. And that is called japa. If you see the definition of japa in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, it is called tad japa, tadartha bhavanam. Artha bhavanam should be there, then there is no japa. Only hara hara, gara gara, that will never do. Muttering things. So that is japa when we do the artha bhavanam. Aham brahmasmi artha bhavanam. Urvasa tatsavitur varanam artha bhavanam. Hara hara bhumyam artha bhavanam. That is so extremely important. So see, everything is there and we are completely misled in a bad way. Do this hara hara 5 times and give me 5 rupees. This is going on, the bad business. People think, oh, such a bad religion. But training of the mind is everything. How to train the mind to become positive. This is called positive. If I am dying to see or listen from somebody, I am good. I'm giving 50,000 posts for Facebook. You are looking very nice. So I'm so happy. Small, useless gesture of, praise. So if somebody says, you are a wonderful boy, no, he's flattering me. I don't believe, because I don't believe I am happy. I think I am bad only. Swamiji says, when you hate yourself, you have come to the last point of your life. Never do that. Then why he said, who has faith in himself, he is astika, not faith in 30,000 gods. You see, you can relate the whole education of Swamiji with Atman, with Brahma Vidya. It is not a joke. It is the real Brahma Vidya. We have hypnotized ourselves in such a worthless way with comparison with the society, with the useless achievement goals and all these things. And we think I am stupid. And the whole world is very happy that I have ultimately made him believe that he is stupid and I can get money out of him. He also thinks money is everything. So it is the whole samsara of stupidity. But pure mind is he who can think that I am pure. The moment you can really make this thought happen in your blood, that is purity. And Holy Mother says, there are a lot of many things. Somebody was conventional purity, taking bath in Ganges, then sprinkling this, that, and Chandana and all these things doing. Then Holy Mother was tired. She was so wonderful mother. That ignorant fellow also, her child only. So, doing so many things to become pure. Then Holy Mother told, you are not feeling pure by all these things. Then she said, touch me to say that I am the purity itself. If you have any problem. Then she is telling, so much purity method is not feeling him pure. That means such a tremendously impure he is, really. So you think who is making so much sprinkling is pure? Just the reverse. He is the most impure guy of all. And Holy Mother said that when I used to go to Kamarpukur, I used to trample on so much of night soil of so many animals, dogs and all. And I simply used to chant, Oh Govinda. It's all gone. As a scientist, student of science, is there any purity and impurity of stool? Impurity and purity of blood? Impurity and purity of skin? Nothing. We are scared of disease. Wash it. When a student studies medicine, cuts the body, he thinks it is pure and impure. If you go to a doctor, pure and impure. All same. They study your stool, they study your blood, they scan your brain. What is your pure and impure? Hopeless things. You can't say health. It's a different thing. If you wash your hands by soap every day before food, 60% disease will not come. That we don't teach. We teach all other hopeless things. So, the whole thing comes in mind. If you can really promote your mind to your real self, it is not an egoistic thing. I am more greater self than you. Nothing greater. You are the same. See, brotherhood, universality, and the power and the truth, all are in same thing. They're not different things. They're same things. Any other question? These are actually, I tell you, so much connected. If you cannot see the connection, there is a problem in me. They're all connected. We say different names and give some different, terminology. This is economics, this is psychology, this is physiology. Nothing like that. One entity, one life, one truth. Departmentalization is for our understanding, not for confusing people. That is the point.
Thank you, Maharaj. Rajashri.
Namaskar, Maharaj. Rajarshi. Maharaj, I had one a question. Like, let's say I am doing some work, or let's say I'm discussing or helping some friend of mine in understanding something. So, when I'm doing that, my whole mind, body, everything is involved in reading, right? And when I'm done, I'm done, I have helped the student, this reaction in the mind will come that, oh, I am so great, I have helped my friend, and so on and so forth. So Atma Vichar, this Atma Vichar you said to to get unbound from karmic grip. So the Atma Vichar I cannot do during reading or during the work, right? During the work, whole everything is focused on the work. So this is it that the Atma Vichar has to be done after the work so that I don't get bound by the ripples?
It is like that I told you have to learn, how to fight a tiger. So is that let the tiger come, I will fight. So when the tiger comes, I can never fight because I don't know how to do it. So neither when the tiger is not there, I can totally fight, because when tiger comes, it really comes. So both are necessary. I have to train myself as much as I can how to fight tiger. And then during tiger fight, I may forget that, but skill may remain. But best is when I remember the whole technique while fighting tiger. Then only I can give the maximum fight against tiger. So similarly, Atma, when I am doing the Vichara in Atman every day, it is growing, and I am Sarvatma Buddhi, Sarvatma Drishti, I am practicing nicely. And when it comes in any equality, I am a teacher, he is a student, I am this, I am doctor, he is a patient, I am a this thing, I am giver, he is a bad, I am good. All these difference always impinges us. Then it's a real test whether I can remember this or not. Generally, people don't remember. They forget to remember. It's not a bad thing. It happens. It happens. But when the sadhaka becomes more and more serious, he finds, I don't remember how to do. Then suddenly, when that awareness increases, desire to remember this thing increases. When he becomes serious about his thought that I am the Atman, it is so wonderful, but I forget, I should not forget. Then he remembers suddenly. Now more and more he remembers. But that is not the end. We are told, when you remember, there will be a joy, gush back of satisfaction. Oh, I remembered. So it's gone, done. It's not done. Now what will happen? Now, thing will happen is, what after all are you doing? After all, what we are doing? Samatma Buddhi. Me in original, they in original are same, but not in this body mind. They are all different. So these differences are meaningless actually. What means is our real nature, that is always same. So I am helping that it's nothing. This idiotic, non-real thing, non-me thing is helping that non-real he in a non-real, that you call helping. So that is karma. When you know this, then you are already out of karma. When we don't know this, we try doing this. What happens? Why karma? Why don't sit and think I am killing tiger nicely in dream, I am so happy. So Thakur says similar thing. You are sleeping and thinking I become king. You never become king like that. So there are a lot of things to do. So karma is the only thing which makes us, pure properly. In thinking, there are a lot of impurities, a lot of inadequacies. What adequately I should have thought, nothing I have done. I thought I have done everything. But when really, suppose you have learned tiger, you have liked all sort of boxing, this, that. But really tiger came when you pissed off first. Then somehow you could do. Then his strength is unbelievable. You could not even imagine. So then only you may remember some twists and turns. Then you somehow could get out of it. Baba, this is tiger. I could never know. So once you do, then next time you do for a higher tiger. Like that you can do. But I will tell Brahmanandajist on teaching, one brahmachari complained, Maharaj, I cannot remember. You tell to remember Sri Ramakrishna's work, his work. I don't remember. He said, first for here boys like that, he said, no problem. It is tough to do that. So you just remember one thing. Before starting the work, you remember it is his work. Or you may remember, it's all Atman. There is actually nothing. Difference is a myth. One only. There are not many good things. Only one. Ocean is one. You can take so many pots of water. They look different, but all the same. There are 50 pots in the ocean. So inside pot water is there, dipped inside the ocean. So they pot waters. But are they pot water or are they same ocean water? Paradox. They are two same, simultaneously they are both. They are pot water also and they are homogeneous ocean water also at the same time. The akara is giving an illusion. That is why that Nam Roop is an illusion. There is no different water. But because of the pot thing, I'm thinking it was a different thing. It's a problem. So he says, remember it in the beginning. While doing the work, you may remember once. After finishing, you remember. This, if you do practice that, that will cover and that will make it a consistent one. And then it will give me a judgment back also that how far I succeeded. Then I will try to do more and more. And if I do that, that will feedback my meditation actually. If you don't do work, that will not help in your meditation. It's all air things, simple, frothy. You will yourself laugh it away. But when it is worked and you will find a tremendous fruit, it will feed back your meditation. Your meditation will be still stronger because it is feedback by your karmendriyas. When you do karma, many things actually manifest, which does not manifest while you're keeping silent. Like an example, suppose you have a pot in the desk, one pot is there. That is nice pot. But when you dip in the water, you find 40 small leaks are there. Till you dip in the water, you don't find leaks. So till you are in the karma, I think I have no ego, I never become angry, I'm a great guy. So when you come to karma, you simply become angry with small things. Oh, this is my limit. So we call in jokes in our Belrumat, in Gharer Bhitor Sabai Paramahamsa. So we are all Paramahamsa in the inside room. We have no problem. We are greatest of the people. We are greatest of all things. But when small things come, we become jealous, we become angry, we become restless. So all impurities are found only in karma. That is, karma is only puring substance. Nothing can pure other than karma.
Thank you so much.
I think this is for today. They will not give me food.
No, Maharaj. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. We remain ever indebted. Thank you. Looking forward to more such sessions. Thank you so much. Pranam Nivena Mother, please.
Puna Maharaj, thank you so much.
And thank you all for joining. Thank you.